We come to you live on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by the pride of Plainfield, New Jersey. He was born to run the fast break. It's Jay Williams.
And Plainfield, New Jersey really respects you for putting some respect on my hometown's name. But you know what? We're going to have a big-time matchup this evening as the guys are getting ready to battle down on the court.
Let's do it. They're ready to go, and so are we. To Davis. Oh, nice step. Through to get to the basket.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Anthony Davis sends it away. Passed it off. It was right there. To Paul George. Lets it fly from long range, and a putback slam.
And that's what he does. I love players like this. We don't need to draw any plays for you to go out and get yours.
And Cousins throwing it down.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds it inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
LeBron James missed his first. That one goes.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
It's LA Clippers ball. To Leonard. 4-3. Textbook defense.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal.
I'm hearing some boos from the crowd. They know just like I know you're not getting back on D.
To George. Can't miss those. The drive, right to the basket. Anthony Davis, 2 for 2. That's what you want. AD, is he a new age big?
Easy answer is yes. He is Mr. Versatility. He can do everything on both the offensive and the defensive end. He can fight the post, battle for position. He can protect the rim. Plus, if you switch, he can guard guards on the perimeter. That's what you love about AD. You need something, he has an answer for it.
Kuzma to James, and finishes strong.
It's not every day that you see a 6'9", 265-pound freight train coming down the lane. You probably want to step out of the way.
Even to Zubac, swats it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Paul George, tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
And that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
And the Clippers able to clear the board. To Beverly. Kawhi Leonard sizing up Cousins. Has a look. Just not going down. Cousins to Kyle Kuzma. Curling inside to Kyle Kuzma. 5 to shoot for Los Angeles. From the outside, no good. To Leonard. Here's a chance from long range. No good. That's great defense. To Cousins. Kicks it around the perimeter. Danny Green. LeBron James. Tough matchup against George. To Danny Green for 3. Long Island zone. Danny Green with the 3. Now Doc Rivers gonna call a timeout here. His guys have come out flat. Slow start in this first quarter. Luke Walton making some changes on the court. It's the Clippers with the possession now. Paul George to Leonard. Probing the defense. Nothing going here on that drive. And he stepped out of bounds. Turns the ball over. James. Deep left corner. Rondo. Can't get the bounce. Across the timeline comes James. Lead stands at 7. To Paul George. Paul George. He's 3 for 7.
Every NBA player has a superpower. His, obviously, is that depth perception, because that trajectory leads the ball to the net every time.
Here comes the screen. Bradley. And the rebound comes down to the Clippers. First quarter's complete. The Lakers have the lead. First quarter complete, on to the second period. A little bit of a feeling out process so far.
Both teams are trying to feel each other out, but I like the aggression that both teams established in the first quarter. This is a first quarter league. The way you play in the opening minutes really sets the tone for the rest of the game.
Screen coming, going to launch, beyond the arc, and knocks it down. And Jay, the system produces once again.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
JaVale McGee sends it away.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Caldwell Pope. That one off the mark. It's no good. To George. Williams. Tough shot. Well defended.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Caldwell Pope. Look out. Anthony Davis with the slam.
Brow down, Ed, when you come into my town.
Wow, you rhyming right there?
Obviously.
They'll get it down low to Harrell. Terrific vision. Has a chance? Yes. For every tough shot you make, buy one, get one free.
What a pass. I have no clue how that ball even made it through the traffic.
To Bradley. Had a good look there, but it's no good. And they call it.
Timing was just... to tap it off.
Changes coming from both sides right now.
Substitutions, Los Angeles. Into the game. For the Los Angeles Lakers, number 23.
Leonard. It's good. And the foul. And he's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
Most definitely contact on that forearm during the follow-through. You have to give the offensive player a lot of credit. The concentration you need to make a shot after getting fouled, that's big time.
LeBron into the front court. Leads 4. Clippers have it. Leonard. Nice pass to set things up.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
LBJ with it. To Bradley. Down low to Cousins. Even to Zubats. Huge block. Lakers recover. James to Kyle Kuzma from long range. That no good, off the mark. DeMarcus Cousins. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots. 6'11", 270. That's a massive man. You can make a case there's nobody like him.
There isn't anybody like him in the NBA. He is an absolute bully on the block, can burrow his way through traffic, make it easy, and also possesses that sweet shooting touch from the outside.
Cousins. And it's George there for the rebound. George. And the Lakers clear. To Bradley. Screen coming. Bradley to Davis. Kawhi Leonard tips it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Beverly into the front court. They trail by 2. Leonard. Smothering D. Bradley to Kyle Kuzma. Bradley to Davis. Shot from the lane won't go. To Paul George. And they call the foul. Felt the breeze there, Jay.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Time to shuffle things up.
Team foul number 3. That's the first foul in the last 2 minutes. Entering the game for the Lakers.
The pass taken away by the Lakers.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Anthony Davis matched up with Paul George. Beyond the arc for 3 to Davis. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Lou Williams. A drive baseline, but the shot won't go. Fires the 3. Cleans it up. Offensive board. Short jumper misses. Strong finish for Paul George.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it. This year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
James to Danny Green. Even to Zubats with a piece. That's his 3rd block this evening. LeBron James against George. Well defended. To Leonard. Short jumper stays out.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's...
Oh, and a putback.
You see, to a lot of people, it's an oxymoron when you hear the word superstar and the phrase doing all the little things, but that's what the great ones do.
And a whistle.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Kawhi Leonard, that's his first personal foul. The Clippers are now serving a penalty.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. That's it for the first half. The Clippers are out in front. Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the 3rd. It's James controlling the offense. Even to Zubats. Rejects it. 4th this contest.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
James to Bradley. To James. Lakers down to 4 on the shot clock. James. Great defense, forcing the miss. Paul George. Tough move in close quarters with the crossover. Nothing going here on that drive. Here's Leonard for two. It's good. Count the basket and the foul.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Now the Lakers going to use a timeout. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in.
Los Angeles Lakers, number 14, Danny Green.
LBJ. To Kyle Kuzma, working it outside. Danny Green, the pass taken away by the Clippers.
Don't rush this now. The game's been tight so far.
Big finish at the rim.
And easy to get back on defense.
James into the front court. The margin standing now at 7. Gets it in the left corner. Davis buries it on the catch and shoot.
And your big is the one making that happen. Every time he's involved in a PNR, he's slipping it, forcing that guy from the weak side to come down and help. Quick skip passes equal threes in the bank.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
To Danny Green. Oh, they call the foul.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Beverly, that's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
James matched up with Paul George. To Danny Green. Five to shoot for Los Angeles. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Danny Green can't get that one to go. Defense all over him.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Leonard. Yes, give the advantage to the shooter.
As a defender, you should take it personally when a contested 3 goes in. That's good defense, but it's not good enough.
Los Angeles has the basketball. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. LeBron James against Paul George. Fires the 3. Now that's a contest. Beverly into the front court. Lead stands at 10. Turns and slams it down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Danny Green against George. Message received. Well defended.
2 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
Beverly to Leonard. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Lets it fly from long range. He was all over him.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Now the Lakers are going to call a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Shifting gears, here come some substitutions.
Number 23, Louis Williams. And number
LeBron James with the rock. 4-3. Oh, LeBron James, not much more the defense could have done. He hits the contested three.
Well, easy difference there. In the first half, the offense allowed the defense to settle into their half-court sets defensively, and that's why the shots were all contested. But now, since they picked up the pace of the game, they're getting a lot more action out of transition threes.
James to Danny Green. Shot from in close, no good. Beverly into the front court. It's an 11-point game. George in a matchup with Boogie. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together...
And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Beverly to Leonard. Deep right corner. Trying to cash in. Wide open look, won't go. Leonard. That's good D. Shot no good. That ends the third quarter. The Clippers have the lead. The Clippers with the basketballs. We begin the fourth quarter. They had the lead coming out of halftime. They were able to extend that lead in the third quarter.
A lot of fans and players get consumed with the big plays, but the coaches love seeing their teams continuing to do the little things. That's how you increase the lead.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Some players are so cerebral. I'm not even paying attention to the dunk as much as I'm paying attention to the player pointing and communicating to everybody his team needs a guard on the next play down the court.
To James. Montrezl Harrell able to recover with the block.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want.
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Slams it home on the putback.
Not really known for attacking the glass, but I like that hustle. We need to see more of that.
George to Beverly. George. Oh, good offense, beating good defense.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, that's a good look.
And a whistle.
A simple touch foul.
Both
coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Subbing in for LA, number 20.
Has a look. Deep two there, won't go.
This game is all about the small victories, though. The execution on that play was on point. You keep executing like that, those shots are going in eventually.
Cook to bring it into the front court. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. To Danny Green. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make two bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
To Caldwell Pope. Kuzma. Caldwell Pope. Off the mark. To Kyle Kuzma. Goes to the right side. Caldwell Pope buries the three.
We love to break this game down analytically. We even love to break it down more psychologically. But sometimes it's just about settling into the game. It seemed like in the first half, things were rushed. Now we finally see them have their composure and their poise.
Now the Lakers going to use a timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. They love this hustle. LeBron James matched up with Paul George. Davis. Not that time. To Leonard. And finishes strong.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Here comes the screen to Bradley. Curling inside. Avery Bradley not shaken for the early struggles. Maybe this is a sign of things to come.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Leonard to George. Can't connect from inside. LeBron into the front court. His guys down 11. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
Come on, you knew that setup was coming the whole game. But you were patient and you waited until the right moment to use it.
To Leonard. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. And Jay, they call the foul.
Just a tic-tac foul.
Time for some new personnel into the game.
Los Angeles Clippers are in the penalty. Stepping in for the Los Angeles Clippers, number 22, Maurice Harkless.
James here against Harkless. Bad pass there. Clippers have it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
To Paul George. Oh, he was wide open. It's not going to be pretty when they watch the video. Someone's getting chewed out.
The great defenders, the ones that really earn their paycheck, are the ones that refuse to be screened. You stuck to that screen like Velcro.
DeMarcus.
Whoa! Get that out of here.
Message sent, Jay.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Hey, switch, I got him.
James, he'll take that any day.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Flushes it home. He climbed the ladder on that one.
Well, the question is, how big is the ladder? He's still climbing.
Number 2.
Knocked loose. Clippers have got it. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer, it's the Clippers who come away with the victory as they win this one handily. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now.